Manchester United 4, Bournemouth 1. What an incredible performance there from the likes of United earlier this morning. They played an outstanding game against Bournemouth. I keep saying this several times. As long as Manchester United learns how to play, like a team, once they, build or learn how to play this teamwork, they are going to go forward with their squad. I don't think they have any problem with, their squad. They just need to sign one or two players and they are good to go. After watching their game earlier this morning, I discovered a little bit improvement from the likes of Ramos Hojlund. What makes you a better striker is when you know how to score, when you know how to position, in the right place. And as long as you know how to position in the right place, you're always there in the right place at the right time, you will always score goal. And this is where I think Ramos Hojlund needs to, make an improvement, and he will be a very wonderful, striker at Manchester United. And also the likes of Amad Diallo was on the score sheet as Manchester United win Bournemouth 4-1. Amad Diallo on the score sheet, Williams on the score sheet, Ramos Hojlund on the score sheet, and also Dogu on the score sheet. Wonderful one there, wonderful performance there from the likes of Ruben Amorim. Good tactics. I think Manchester United, all they need this season is to sign a striker and a midfielder, defensive midfielder. You can see Casemiro is losing the ball. I think Manchester United need a midfielder like, Carlos Baleba. I think get somebody like Carlos Baleba. I think he will fit in that Manchester United midfield and help them control that midfield in terms of defending. He's still young. Casemiro, wonderful player, but age on his side right now. So you don't expect what you used to know Casemiro before. You don't expect him to be doing all those things right now. He's a wonderful player, but this is football. You play, and when age comes by your side, that is what it is. You can't do beyond your age. This is nature. You cannot cheat nature. So I think Manchester United needs to sign a striker, bring in the likes of Benjamin Sesko, and also get the likes of Baleba. You can see the Premier League are actually making a lot of signings this summer. They are bringing in massive players. They are trying to make the league more tougher this summer. So I think if Manchester United want to contend with content for the Premier League title in the standard of all these big clubs, I think they need to make massive signing to keep them at that same level with those clubs, to contest for the Premier League title, because it's not really going to be easy. We can see Arsenal have brought in one of the wonderful strikers in Europe right now. Liverpool are actually making massive signing. They are out there trying to bring in the likes of Alexander Isak. Other teams are actually signing. Chelsea have Joao Pedro. They also have the likes of Delamp. Many people, many clubs out there are bringing in players. The league is not really getting easier this season, I have to be honest. And I think Manchester United, if they want to compete, in the highest level, they need to bring in, signing at least a striker, bring in Benjamin Sesko, and probably, if possible, get, a player like Baleba. This is just my opinion. Let me know what you think about Manchester United, performance earlier this morning in the comment section, and share this video.